For this exercise, we're going to add a Google presentation, and I'm going to start one by going to Create and Presentation, Create and Share, OK. When the presentation first opens up, we have the option to select a variety of different themes for our presentation. If you select one of these themes, it changes the background and font to all of the slides. For this exercise, we're going to utilize one of Google Drive's greatest features by collaborating with others to each contribute a few slides to the presentation. So while the themes are nice, we'll be going with the basic design so that everyone can change the way their slides look. So we'll go with the basic format and select OK. First, I'm going to rename the presentation group_presentation, and this will be in the shared folder so you can access the file that way when you go to add your own slides. Next, on the first slide, the title slide, we'll make a title. And then under that, for the subtitle, put your first name, last initial. That's a good start, but let's change the background. We can do this two ways. Go up to Slide, Change Background, and bring up this dialog box. Or with the slide selected, this button appears, and we can change the background here. We could go with a solid color, like blue, and it shows the change behind the box. Or we could do a background image by selecting Choose, and I'm going to upload an image from my hard drive. Now it's loading my image, and there. Now I could select Apply All, but that would change everybody's slides if we had other slides on here. So when you're doing the exercise, don't select this. We only want to change this one slide's background, so we'll just hit Done. Before I continue, I'm going to change this gray color to black just so it stands out more. There. Now to create a new slide, there's 4 ways to do that. We can go up to Slide and select New Slide. We can right-click down here and select New Slide. Or we can just hit this plus sign, and right next to it, there's a drop-box menu that lets us select the specific layout for the new slide. You'll see that all the new slides are the exact same except for the last one. Deleting slides is easy too. You can right-click on a slide and select Delete Slide. Or with the slide selected, choose Slide, Delete Slide. Now for the second slide, I'm going to add my background image again. And then insert my title, Fall Fun, to match the background. And let's go ahead and align it to the center with this button. We can change the color to red. And then change the font as well. Now for this slide, add a fun fact about yourself in the text block. My theme is fall, so I'm going to say how much I like carving pumpkins. And then I'll add a picture to relate to my fun fact. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the menu bar and select Insert, then Image. The same dialog box for the background image pops up, but this will let us put a photo on top of our background. We can upload the image, but there are some other options too. Snapshot will let you take a picture with your device's camera, and URL will let you paste in a web address with an image. And finally, you have the search feature down here, which will do a Google image search for you. We can search for autumn in this box, and all the photos come right up. But for right now, I'm going to select Upload and get a photo from my hard drive. Presentation has put the image I wanted in my presentation, but it's much too big. To scale it down and keep the proportions the same, hold down the Shift key, then drag a corner of the photo inward to make it smaller, and click and drag to move the photo. There. I will highlight and center the fun fact just to make everything match. So let's say we like this slide and we want to use the same background and text for the next slide. We don't have to start over. Just right-click on the slide in the slide viewer area and select Duplicate Slide. Now there are two of the same slide. I'll get rid of the image on slide 3 and let's put a video on this slide instead. We'll go back to Insert and choose Video, and you can do a YouTube search. How about September by Earth, Wind and Fire? There it is. Hit Select, and there you have it. Now we can resize this just like an image. It's very easy. Now let's try a callout shape instead of just plain text. Go back to Insert, Shape, and I'm going to go with an arrow. My cursor now turns into a cross and I can draw my arrow. To add text, right-click on the object and select Edit Text. Just going to type "Watch this" to call attention to the video. And we can format the text as well. There's still one more thing we can do with this arrow. We can animate it with Insert, then Animate. And then we get this dialog box where we can add a fade in or other animations if you like. I'm going to select After Previous instead of On Click, which in this case means the fade will happen right after the slide appears. You can also change the speed of the animation too, but the default is fine. Hit play, and there it goes. I'm going to close out of the animations box, but to get back to it, go to View Animations, and it comes back up. By the way, View Presentation is how you begin the slideshow as well. And there we have our first 3 slides. Now it's your turn. Open the group presentation file and create 3 slides like I have done here. On slide 1, change the background, make a title with the theme you want to talk about, and your name in the subtitle. For slide 2, insert a fun fact, play with the text formatting, and insert a picture. And for slide 3, go ahead and add a YouTube video for general audiences that's related to your theme. You don't have to do animations, but go ahead and give them a try. Be creative. Place your 3 slides right after the last person's, and if you accidentally make a change to another person's slides, make sure you select Edit Undo or Control or Command Z to undo the mistake. Good luck.